So if you're watching this, yes, I am home. Finally. Yes. Anyway, I broke free of the hospital. Ugh, I was miserable there. I hated it so much. I have no idea why I was admitted. I went there basically last Sunday to have a stitch removed, and instead they had to check my gallbladder, and they had to do all sorts of tests, and what for, I don't know, because there was no indication that there was a gallbladder problem. Didn't have any abdominal pain. As they said, I had right upper abdominal pain. No, I did not. In any event, I am home. I am happy, finally here, and I am mentally, physically, I am absolutely drained, but I'm hanging in, and I am just sort of settling back. I have the cats here. As you can see, I have Mittens. Mittens! She's out. Anyway, I have Mittens. That would be Mittens. And we might be going to the vets today, but other than that, I'm just exhausted. In any event, I'm just hanging back, and I'm watching my favorite Broadway show, which was taped as a movie, Miss Saigon. And this is my favorite song of all time, and anybody who knows me knows that I love Broadway. Anybody who knows me also knows that I like to sing. Not necessarily very well. I didn't say that. No joking, Larry. Keep comments to yourself. But I do like to sing. I enjoy it. And I especially love to sing very corny Broadway shows. And this would be one of them. This is my favorite song, and I am forever and ever looking for anybody who does like to sing karaoke and who happens to know this song, and if not, would be interested in learning it and maybe meeting someday and hanging out and going to karaoke and having fun and allowing me the one lifelong dream, of course I'm joking, but to sing this song. And I do have it on CDG, assuming that the karaoke DJ can play CDGs, because everything is electronic now. But if they can do CDGs, I have this music. I know this song. I'm looking for somebody to sing it with me. And if you're wondering what I'm watching the 25th anniversary, an import 4K Blu-ray, which is of Miss Saigon. And my apologies, not 4K, just regular Blu-ray. Import Blu-ray version of 25th anniversary of Miss Saigon. It was performed in London, West End, and I did see the revival in March. I had a lot of issues with the revival. One of them being that the singing was phenomenal throughout. The acting left another thing to be desired, and particularly, unfortunately, with the two main characters. The supporting cast, especially played by Jean Briones, who plays the engineer, John, which is Chris's best friend, even Kim's, I don't remember his name right offhand, but basically the person who she's supposed to be married to, an arranged marriage. They are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal cast in terms of the acting. But these two characters, I'm sorry, they just don't cut it for me. Their singing is absolutely phenomenal, but there is very little emoting, very little connection with the audience, if any, at all. And quite frankly, a lot of times I'm not even finding that they themselves are connecting. Now, this song, of course, is an exception, and probably simply because it is one of my favorite songs throughout the show, and throughout Broadway, period. And like I said, I'm always looking to sing it karaoke, and I could tell funny stories about guys telling me, "Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that song," and then get up there to sing it and find out that no, they were just trying to hit on me, and I was too oblivious to the fact of that. So, in any event, I'm going to play this, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to let you enjoy it with me if you like it. If you really hate Broadway shows, I warn you right now, just shut it off right now, because I'm just going to play it. And no, I like it. May, eat your heart out, because yes, they did get some things right, and this is one of them. Of course, they go from 0 to 60 in terms of the love relationship, but that's expected. They only have 2 hours and 10 minutes to develop the relationship.
Where nothing seems real, I have found you. I have found you. In a world that's moving too fast, in a world where nothing can last, I will hold you.
And yes, I'm a hopeless romantic to absolutely love this song, but that's a given.
Our lives will change when tomorrow comes. Tonight our hearts drown the beating drums, and we'll have music alright, tearing the night. Our song played on a solo saxophone, a crazy sound, a lonely sound, a cry that tells us love goes on and on. Played on a solo saxophone, it's telling me to hold you tight and dance like it's the last night of the world. On the other side of the earth, there's a place your life will have worth.
So that'll change in lyrics.
I'll go with you. You won't believe all the things you'll see. I know, 'cause you'll see them all with me. If we're together, that's when we'll hear it again. A song played on a solo saxophone, a crazy sound, a lonely sound, a cry that tells us love goes on and on. Played on a solo saxophone, it's telling me to hold you tight and dance like it's the last night of the world. Dreams were all I ever knew. Dreams you won't need when I'm through. Anywhere we may be, I will sing with you. Our song.
Ah, chills. Again, the staging is very similar to the original. Not much change at all.
So stay with me and hold me tight and dance like it's the last night of the
Chills. So, anyway, yay! They finally did something right. Anyway, if anyone's wondering, Amazon. This is a Hong Kong import. And the reason why that's important, if you get the British import, it's not going to play on American Blu-ray players. However, if you get the Hong Kong, it's universal, and it will play. And that includes not only the movie itself, movie aka stage production, that was recorded, I should say, but it also includes the all of the, not documentary, but some of the features. Some of the features, including they had at the end of the production, they had a big thing going with James Cameron and oh, I'm sorry, James Cameron, Cameron McIntosh, and I can never pronounce their names, but the two people who were responsible, Booblee or something like that. I know how to pronounce. I know how to spell it. I just don't know how to pronounce it. But them, and they also did, for anybody wondering, a little bit of Broadway history. They also did Les Miserables. So these are two very, very talented creators of musicals, sort of the equivalent of Andrew Lloyd Webber, but a different person. But of course, Cameron McIntosh, and that's a name goes without saying. People think Cameron McIntosh, think Cats. I believe he did Jesus Christ Superstar, but I know he did Cats. He did Miss Saigon. He did Les Miserables. He did Phantom of the Opera, and the list goes on. So, in any event, again, this is an imported version from Hong Kong of Miss Saigon, which was it went on London for the 25th year. There you go. There's those two people's names that I can never pronounce, Bublil and Schoenberg, with Cameron McIntosh. So, but basically, it is the 25th year anniversary performance. It was recorded live at London's West End, and it opened in London, the West End, for a short time. It wasn't there very long, and my understanding is they did it more than anything, yes, to get revenue, yes, to get the show going, but more than anything so that they can make the filming of this movie for the 25th anniversary. I did see, eventually, it wasn't originally planned as a Broadway revival, but I guess it did so well in the London West End that they decided to hold off on the movie, bring it to Broadway, and show it as a Broadway revival, which I personally thought sucked. I don't believe it is still on Broadway, although it may be. It opened in March of 2017, and I did get to see it, thanks to my great friend Michael Dale, who is an incredible critic for BroadwayWorld.com. Sorry about the little plug there, but I did get to see it with Michael, and in as much as I really appreciated the ability to go to see the show, I have to say I was very disappointed by the show, extremely disappointed, and I just didn't feel like the characters were connecting to the audience, to each other. I thought that there was a lot of staging that just seemed very out of place. Upon coming back and talking to several people about the show, about my feelings about the revival, I wanted to try to withhold judgment and get to see the movie as I knew that it was out, and feeling as though maybe, just maybe, part of the reason why it fell short on stage is because this time they weren't really staging it for a theater production, rather they were staging it for a movie production. And I'm very happy to say that when I did get the movie, it turns out that is exactly what happened. It works much better as a recording, a live recording, than it does as an actual live performance. There are some issues with it still, but overall, I am very happy with this. And I really thought, all the supporting cast was phenomenal. My main issues were with these two main characters that you see on the front cover, Chris and Kim. Again, they're singing phenomenal. They're acting, ugh. I'll just leave it at that. One word, whatever you want. But not what I was expecting. But also, they have big shoes to fill. So, I saw the production, the original Broadway production with Leah Salonga. It's like going to see the Phantom of the Opera with Michael Crawford and then going to see it with anybody else. And, you have major names, who've played in Phantom's role since Michael Crawford. If you see it with Michael Crawford, you're not necessarily going to like any other person that comes forward, because it is hard to be objective. So maybe that's what's happening here. Go see it for yourself. Let me know what you think. If you've seen the revival, if you've seen the London's West End production, if you've seen the movie, if you've seen them all, if you've just seen the original Broadway or London's West End, I'd love to hear what you have to say and any input. But especially if you've seen this particular movie, what's your thoughts on it? What's your take? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me in terms of the characters not connecting to the audience? Did you like it? Did you not? Why? Why not? I'm all ears, all eyes.